everybody, welcome back. My name is Scott, and this is Nathan, and we both work here at Christ Community Church. Together we work with a ministry called Celebrate Recovery, and we're doing these videos to help perhaps to connect you to a resource for recovery, maybe to work on your own recovery. And we'd love for you to come to a meeting, love to meet you. Actually, that happened yesterday. Somebody called and we were talking. She said, hey, I just listened to yours and Nathan's video on shame. And then she was at the meeting last night. So that's how sometimes these things go. So that was really encouraging. But with that said, we are going to wrap up these self-awareness strategies by looking at 11 through 15. So
although
number 11.
There are other competencies after this too. So
yes. So we won't be finished, but we'll at least wrap up something.
Oh, that's right. One piece at a time.
What?
So 11, visit your values. And I was reading something the other day and they were saying, don't try and just write good values down. It's more of a discovery process. Like what good values are actually inside, values that you're wanting, that you identify with, that naturally come out, not ones that you'll just put down because it sounds great. Because when it does say visit your values, I would encourage you to definitely even write it down. This would be something worth journaling too.
Yeah, and the idea is not just what I wish my values were, but what they actually are.
Yeah.
And of course, we can tell that by our actions.
Mm-hmm.
So the authors ask the question is what you value in alignment with the manner in which you conduct yourself.
Yeah, I think that's an important one, but that's probably one I would choose to do. But 12, we're on 12. We're going to push through here. Check yourself.
That's right. Now this one's interesting because we talked about doing you called it a body check, right? Body check?
Yeah. I think this is kind of a check yourself at the door. What is your facial language, your tone? What is it communicating to others? And why is your facial expression in that expression itself?
That's right. I'm thinking, I can't remember the stat, but nonverbal communication is
93%. Well, it's tone, body language, and expression, all of that, because all of that's nonverbal.
93% of what you're actually communicating is nonverbal.
But it's true because my 2-year-old wasn't using words fully, probably because of his siblings. But there's a lot that can be said for body language and tone and pointing and emotional level of facial expression.
I can see it.
So anyway.
All right. That takes us to 13. Now this one might catch you off guard.
Yeah.
I love this. Spot your emotions in books, movies, and music.
Mm-hmm.
You know who I think of, the author I think of when I see that? John Eldredge.
Oh, really?
John Eldredge. He talks a lot. He uses movies a lot.
Yes.
In his speaking and his writing, kind of finding yourself in characters helps you identify. Like if you're watching a movie and you really resonate with the character, the idea here is that maybe that really is the person I am or that I want to be. So remember, give this some context.
Yeah.
Emotional intelligence, a big part of it is my own self-awareness. That's what these strategies are for. So I'm trying to become, when I watch Spider-Man, do I feel like I'm Spider-Man?
Yeah. maybe. I guess you could pretend. But I think it's important because I think we tend towards dulling our emotions for the sake of pain avoidance. And dulling our emotions is a double-edged. I mean, we are not just trying to get rid of anger or deep sadness, but it gets rid of joy too.
Yeah.
And I think spotting your emotions can be the sense of, hey, are you practicing joyfulness? Are you practicing happiness? Because sometimes things can go well in life. Good fit, right? Right. Sometimes things go well,
Yes.
and we don't quite live in that moment. We're not tuned in because maybe we're just waiting for the next negative thing to happen, and so we aren't participating in the presence of either joy or happiness. And so I do think it's important to spot the emotions that we want to emulate and practice them again.
Absolutely. That takes us to 14, which is definitely a recovery principle.
Yes, it is.
Seek feedback.
Back. Right.
So
yeah.
Many of you will be aware that having a sponsor is a big part of recovery. Right. And why would you have a sponsor? So that you have a person that can give you feedback, that you can call, you can talk to. I actually saw this happen, at least in principle, last night between two people at the meeting. The one who knew the other one for some time now. This was after the meeting was over, but I happened to be sitting there. One person challenged the other on what they were saying. And, we could view that as unwelcome or confrontational. But as I think about it, that's a real gift.
I also think it's one of the signs of a healthy friendship. I think if you're able to go on a deeper level with people, then you know that you're getting close.
That's right.
I mean, I have a pretty bigger definition of friendship than just talking about weather with someone. That to me is more like acquaintance or a contact, someone that you don't get to spend that much time with.
Yeah.
But even people who work together for many years don't often go to that kind of level. So I just think it's a sign of a growing relationship.
Yep,
so.
Absolutely.
So 15, get to know yourself under stress. So go out, get in a stress. No, I'm just joking. How do you prepare for something like that, huh?
And we all say, too late, I'm already in a stressful situation.
Well, that's true.
The idea here is that in a stressful situation, we will see where we start to bend and break. And they encourage you to pay attention to your first signs of stress. Where are you feeling it? Again, going back to the body check, are you feeling it?
Right.
When you know the stressful conversation is upon you, where do you feel it first? For me, it's my digestive system. I feel it there. Some people may get a headache. Some people may feel like they need to go and throw up. I mean, it could be any number of physical signs, but we need to know our stress.
Right. And it is very real. We hold our stress in different parts. Some people will hold it in their lower back. Some people hold it in their neck. Some people get headaches. Some people will get nauseous, or their stomach is just constantly under bad digestion. So it is very much connected, and it's very important to read your body signals. So
absolutely.
So that's 1 to 15.
That's 1 to 15.
Through your first competency, you only got to pick 3 to grow in self-awareness, piece by piece. But if you remember from the first few chapters, emotional intelligence is one of the biggest indicators for, in my opinion, to be able to transform your life, to be successful as well. I think there was other things in there too, but
yeah. And then if you join us for our next video, we're going to take a look at I think there's 17 self-management strategies. And as we did with this one, we'll go through each one pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Ideally, you would pick up a book like this or any of the books that we're going over, Emotional Intelligence 2.0, and read it for yourself.
Yes, it's a good one.
Outstanding. But we know
and it's very easy, very simple. Anyone can do it. So.
And over 2 million sold. So.
Yeah.
There's a reason it's a good read. So, all right, we're going to let you go for now. Have a great day. We hope to see you at Celebrate Recovery sometime soon.